All right, alternative facts here. Corey, CJ, Chidi, and we got to dig into the Houston Texans. Obviously week 1, loss versus the Ravens. Week 2, loss versus the Colts. But week 3, Texans got their first dub this year. Congrats to D'Amico, his first win as a head coach. And obviously CJ Stroud, rookie QB, getting his first dub. So obviously there's been improvement. That's what's been important, because with a rookie quarterback, rookie coach, you obviously expect, a rough start here and there with things. But the way they played against the Jags, you can tell like it's slowly getting better and better every week. And especially with like a banged up offensive lineman, what they have. I mean, because there's literally or maybe one of the guys, Shaq Mason, which was one of the original starters on offensive line. Everybody else are backups that are in right now. Yeah. Chidi, what do you feel like? What have you seen about Stroud that you're really liking?
I'm seeing that we got the best quarterback in the draft. Let's just jump it off right there. I mean, it's Bryce this, Bryce that. Whatever. I thought Bryce. I mean, I'm not saying Bryce is gonna be bad, but looks like CJ Stroud is making strides and he could take a hit. So, I just want to throw that out there. But one thing I noticed with CJ Stroud, dealing with the pressure, dealing with blitzing, dealing with zero blitzes, dealing with third and short, third and long. I'm seeing him be more decisive, and I'm seeing him see his hot route a little bit quicker. What I'm seeing now when he gets sacked on a blitz, I'm seeing that the receivers aren't running the hot route. Like he's looking where to go, right? He knows where to go, which side the blitz came from, but the receiver's not running the right route. So that's a good thing. We're starting to see that. He's always had the accuracy, the touch is there, and the confidence is there, especially, like you said, 4 out of 5 starters were missing on the O-line, right? I know every other rookie is dealing with a bad O-line, probably outside of the Colts and Anthony Richardson. I know the Panthers, their O-line's not so good. But if you're seeing what CJ Stroud is doing with the bad O-line, he has no picks thus far. Like 3rd highest in yards at over 3 games as a rookie. With that O-line, that was one thing I was concerned about. I was like, okay, in Ohio State, he always had a clean pocket and a good O-line. Now we don't have that good of an O-line, and he's able to do what he's doing.
The touchdown to Tank Dell, obviously it was a blitz coming, and he literally knew where to go with that ball.
And stood in the pocket.
Took the hit. Seeing plays like that, I'm just like, well, 1, he's adjusting. 2, the OC's adjusting, along with knowing how the offensive lineman and the talent and the situation that they're in. So that's just really good to see.
Especially for the game against the Jags, that's a team that was projected to win our division. So going in there, that was just run away with it, right? So going in there in Jacksonville, making that statement win, that felt good, and it had to feel good for the locker room, it had to feel good for CJ Stroud, had to feel good for D'Amico. So I just think with CJ, one thing I am noticing a little bit more and more is just we all understand the improvements, what he's been able to do week by week. But one thing I'm seeing him is CJ was never the guy to kind of just keep his head down. I see a little bit of his teammates now starting to realizing, oh, this is our guy. Maybe they did show it with their body action, first couple of games. Ravens game was pretty rough. Ravens are a really, really good team, have a stout defense, have been known for that. The Colts game, was pretty close, but just things got away. But this game just felt we know this guy's our guy, and we're going to play like we know he's our guy. And so once you start having the locker room, once you start having the teammates, once he knows, like Chidi says, once he knows that you're supposed to be there where you're going to be there, it can only go up from there now, because now CJ understands who the hot routes are, where guys are supposed to be, what's going on. And that's the most important thing as a QB. Once you get to the line of scrimmage and you just know what plays is going to happen, and regardless of what the defense gives you, the week to week goes by, he's understanding more, but the receivers are understanding now we can trust him. We know the ball's going to get there. We know now we just got to be where we need to be, and everything else is just from there. So
I agree, because to me this season it's great if they get wins, but really if it's just the incremental improvements, the progression, just by obviously CJ, because obviously that's the biggest piece of the puzzle. You know what I'm saying? Which is the quarterback. So as long as I'm good with seeing that, I'm okay. But to be optimistic, we got the Steelers and then we got the Falcons next.
Yeah.
So
Those are winnable games.
there are winnable games,
Winnable games.
you know, especially after what we saw against Jacksonville. So
Yeah.
who's to say we might be at 3-3 in 2 more weeks? But yeah, I'm liking what they're seeing on the defensive side of the ball as well. Will Anderson seems to be a good pickup.
Yeah, he got a field goal block. I mean, Will Anderson, that's exactly why they drafted him. They expected him to be a disruptor, basically somebody you can't really game plan for.
Yeah.
You know, like basically he makes a play that no one accounted for, like that field goal block, which I would say kind of changed the momentum of the game.
Yeah.
You know, and he's showing, you know, that's one of D'Amico's guys. That's who he can build his defense around. I like it, man. I like what I'm seeing from Will Anderson. I'm liking what I'm seeing from CJ Stroud. It's clearly the locker room is starting to see like, oh, these young dudes are like that.
Absolutely.
We can build them up and follow them.
And that's as important as it gets. When you start having the veterans, like the fifth, sixth year guys realize like, oh, this rookie's the real deal.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, they've seen it all in training camp, and they've seen it, but now we're seeing it in live action when it actually matters. Oh yeah, now this is somebody we can like all adjust to and all come together to and corral with. So I think it's beautiful what I'm saying right now. I think we have a shot with CJ to win games.
Yeah.
I'm not saying, you know, we're gonna go to Super Bowl or we're gonna, you know, but we understand that we can win games with this guy.
Yeah.
And that's all you want from a rookie.
And another thing, sometimes a rookie quarterback will kind of stay fixated on one receiver. What I'm noticing from CJ, 1 week it's Nico Collins.
Yeah.
The next week it's Tank Dell.
Yeah.
One quarter it's first week Robert Woods. 1 quarter it's Woods. 1 quarter it's Tank. You know what I mean? He's spreading the ball around at a young age, and this is key because a lot of other rookie quarterbacks might have a really good receiver, so they just force feed that guy the ball. But CJ Stroud's spreading it all the way around. So when he does get a better receiver, he'd already know how to deal with, okay, they're doubling, I'm gonna go here, and spread the ball around. It's making me be like, all right, I'm excited to wake up on a Sunday, turn the TV on at 12 o'clock, carve 3 hours out of my day to make sure I watch my Texans play. So it hasn't been like that in about 4 years, so feels good.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely optimistic, and I'm looking forward to week 4, and obviously we'll be here with y'all again after week 4's game versus Steelers. So appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and continue to tune in. Alternative Facts here.